So it's become more important than ever before for us to really engage effectively on the phone when it comes to new prospecting. And in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 different ways in which you can engage with a prospect to try and get them into a conversation and hopefully see if there's an opportunity there for you to work with them. My name's James White and I'm a sales trainer and mentor and a man that's passionate about helping great businesses continue to bring new business in. Let's take a look at the video and see how you can use the tips and ideas that I suggest to win more business. So I've created a number of different videos in the past around how to prospect effectively on the phone. But in this video, I'm going to share with you the actual text that you can use in your business to be able to reach out to the prospects that you work with. I created a video recently on how to become successful selling over the phone, and I strongly encourage you to watch that video and download some of the materials from that video if you're going to get the best from using these scripts and these outlines. The reality is selling over the phone, if you're not prepared, will end in failure. So please don't put yourself in that position, and whether you're using a soft phone, a mobile phone or a desktop phone, here are 5 openings that you can use when you're engaging with someone that you've not spoken to before. So the first introduction you can use here is one that's strong and will give the prospect an understanding of what you can try and achieve for them and their business. Here's what I would use in an initial conversation like that. John, my name's James White, calling from Company X. I'm calling to understand more about your company and your current situation. I've been working with several CEOs who are very similar to yourself, and I've been helping them increase their prospect conversion rate by 27%. What impact would that sort of change have on your business? So a couple of things that we're doing there. It's quite a short introduction, but what we've looked to focus on is a number of things. The first thing is we want to understand about them and their situation. We want to make the phone call about them. Don't make it about you. The second thing you're also trying to do is say that you work with other people similar to them. I use the term CEO here. It may well be if it's marketing or finance or IT. Use the role that that person's got. But by indicating that you work with several people like that, you're showing them that you're someone they should actually listen to. What you'll also then see here is I've identified that there is a specific challenge or problem that that person would have. In this case, I mentioned about increasing their prospect conversion rate. By identifying typical challenges for your market, you're in a far better position to then get someone to want to continue to listen to you. And the fourth thing that I've then done is I've asked a question at the end. What impact would that have on your business? So I've asked them to try and explain, not just a yes or no or in a closed way, what impact it could have on their business if they're able to do that. The reality is an opening like that is going to hopefully allow the prospect to think, well, I'm not sure who this person is, but yeah, that is a challenge for me. And if we've then got the right scripting framework outline in place, we can then try and carry on the conversation and ask them more questions to get to know them and see if they're a good fit. So the second opening you can use would be something like this. Jackie, it's James White here from Company X. We haven't spoken before and I've no doubt you've got 101 things to do right now, but I wanted to discuss a challenge that others in your position were really keen to find a solution for. If you can just give me just 1 minute of your time, we can see if this is a challenge you're looking to solve as well. How does that sound? So in a situation like this, what we've tried to do is use the right tone, and by the way, tone is really important in the way in which you ask these questions and make these introductions. But we've been open and said we haven't spoken before and we know that they're busy, but we want to discuss a challenge, a problem, an issue that is going on for people similar to herself that we want to just have a minute of their time to try and understand and see if they're looking to solve. So what it's saying to the prospect is, I believe I've got something that you're going to need and you're going to want. Give me 1 minute of your time. Now the reality is some people may say no, but you may find if you approach that conversation in the right way, people go, okay, give me 1 minute of your time, what is it you got to say? And what we can then do is make sure we follow up by focusing on the challenge that that person has. Again, it's got to be a targeted issue for them. It can't be something that's not relevant, but if we do it, the chances are we then ask with an open question at the end of it, or maybe even say to them, is this something you don't feel like you want to get resolved, and get them to a point of no. As I've said before, it can actually help you carry the conversation on and see if there's an opportunity to work together. So opening number 3 is a shorter one and something you can use to trial out and see if it works with the prospect you're engaging with. Here's what I'd use in an opening like this. Joe, James White here from Company X. I know you'll be busy and so I'll be brief. How are you dealing with the challenge of finding high quality salespeople right now that achieve targets consistently? So in this case here, what's that opening? Maybe 10 seconds, 15 seconds. I've not even waited for the person to even talk to me and ask me a question about whether it's, how is it going for them? What you've done here is been able to be open and say, I know you're busy, I'm going to be brief. How are you dealing with this challenge? You may get a response of, who are you again? Or tell me a bit more about you. Or you may even find that they say, well, actually, that is a challenge for me. And what's that got to do with you? The reality is this, at least we start to have a conversation. And again, if we use our scripting frameworks, which we'll talk about at the end of the video, we can start to engage in a conversation. Short, sharp and sweet. It hopefully is a method to be able to engage with the prospect and get that person thinking, well, yeah, I have got that challenge, and we can carry things on. The shorter you make it, sometimes can have an impact. The reality is we've got to get that prospect's attention, and that's a way of doing it with something that's short, sharp and sweet. So another opening that you can use would be something like this. Good morning, Jane. My name's James White. I'm working with CEOs very similar to yourself and helping them solve the challenge of closing more leads. The impact on their business is proven to be extraordinary. Do you think your sales team could get better at closing more leads? So with this type of opening, we've just been, again, quite open and direct to the point, and we've ended with a question that's a closed question, such as no or yes. And the reality is, depending on what the person comes back with, if they come back with a no, I don't think my sales team could get better, we might want to use an engagement such as, oh really, I'm surprised to hear that. What makes you think that? Or if they do say, well, yeah, I do think they could get better, we're then in a position to then open up a conversation around the services or whatever that they may need and what you may offer. Again, an opening like that is a great way to engage and to at least in a short time frame get the person and the prospect thinking, do I want to carry this conversation on? The key goal in all of these engagements is to make sure the prospect thinks, do I want to carry this conversation forward? Do I even want to let this person have another half a minute of my time? Our goal in business is to get to that next point and then get to the next point after that. We're not going to sell initially, but we've just got to hopefully get through the gate, as it were, and get through to the stage where we can carry the conversation forward. That type of opening can certainly help, and why not give it a try? And the final, fifth point is one around humour. I always think in sales, especially if you're making prospecting calls, the reality is you're going to have to kiss a lot of frogs to get a prince. It's just the way sales is. And in these difficult times, we're going to have to be even more focused than ever before on doing the numbers needed. So the reality is, don't be afraid of the rejection, accept that it's going to happen. You might even want to challenge yourself and say, I'm looking for 20 no's before you even become happy. Rather than a positive challenge, set yourself a negative one, make it a bit of fun. But here's an opening that I think you can use that adds a bit of humour in, that can certainly make your prospect hopefully smile and go, okay, I'm prepared to give this person a go. Justin, it's James White here from Company X. You don't know me, but before you put the phone down or tell me to bugger off, can I just ask you one question? It would make my day if you said yes. The point being is this, we're just trying to a different approach here. We're saying to them, we know that they're going to tell us to bugger off or that they're going to put the phone down, but we're just saying, hell, make my day, just say yes. You never know, you might get someone on a good time and a good moment that says, okay, fair enough, you've got that question, ask me what it is. And if we've then got a pre-prepared question to ask that focuses on their challenges, it may open up a door for us. So there are 5 different openings that you can use as a salesperson or business owner when you're working from home or in any sales environment. We know with the coronavirus and what's happening in the world right now, doing phone conversations from home is going to be key. We're going to have to get used to doing these things in an online or remote environment rather than face-to-face. So use these type of outlines and scripts to be able to engage with your prospect initially and see if you can start opening the door. You're going to need to then ensure you've got the right materials alongside you after that initial conversation to see if it goes anywhere. And I share videos around how you can do that and resources, as well as being able to make sure I give you the support to help you get better at doing this stuff. So take a note of these 5 methods and ways in which to engage with the prospect. Take a look at the other video I shared around how to become successful at selling at home. Use these together, and if you need any help, if you want to reach out to me on any of my social media channels, James White Sales, or put a comment in the section below, and I'd love to help. You can get a time set up where I can help you understand the issues that you're going through and make sure we get you in a position to get better at selling on the phone, engaging with new prospects, and winning the business going to keep you and your business going from strength to strength. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you found it useful. Please, if you have found it useful, like and share in the comment section below your thoughts. And if you think it can help other colleagues, please share it with them as well. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay focused on winning business. It can still be done. We've got to keep believing that we can get through challenging moments. And if you take some of these advice and these ideas on board, I'm sure you'll get there. Let me know how you get on, and thanks for watching. I look forward to sharing another video with you really soon.